This is Reverend Sarah, Interfaith Chaplain and Public Information Officer for Peace River Canine Search and Rescue, coming to you from the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I've tried to set up the screen so that my face isn't completely blacked out, although that might not be a bad thing, but so that you can see me a little bit while also having a lovely view in the background. So we're in Ellijay, Georgia with our doggies. And experiencing a little bit of the very, very outer bands of rain from Hurricane Florence, but it's mostly been beautiful. We've had one good heavy rain, and the rest of it has been really beautiful. So I thought today would be a very good day to talk about the people who indeed are experiencing and have survived, or in fact have not survived, Hurricane Florence. So last year, during Hurricane Irma, I had some very poignant conversations with people, and a couple in particular. One who said to me, well, we can't evacuate because we have 30 animals. And another who said to me, well, where would I go? And that was very touching and eye-opening, I thought, because I always think, well, we can all figure out somewhere to go. But this particular woman, who I actually met in the checkout line at Publix, felt that she didn't have anywhere to go, and she was not evacuating. So we had thought it was going to hit us incredibly hard right in Englewood, in the heart of Englewood, but we were very, very fortunate, all of us. There was some water damage for some members of the team, and then there were some of us who had a little bit of outdoor damage, but our houses were absolutely intact, and that was a mercy because we didn't think that was going to happen. So this time I have thought a lot during Florence about people who are told and told and told to evacuate, and they choose not to, because as you all know by now, that has resulted in some fatalities, and the particularly difficult one is the one of the young mother and her baby. And of course you always think, or certainly I think quickly, well, why didn't they evacuate? And they may have had some very good reasons for feeling that they couldn't evacuate, or that was the less desirable choice. So I make no judgments. You know, none of us are in a position to make judgments, but I just want to take today to ask you all to send prayers to all the people whose houses have been flooded, who have lost loved ones, who are just facing months and months and possibly years of, renovation, restoration, cleanup. It takes a very long time for a lot of people, as you know. So let's just band together as a team, and for all of you who are watching who might not actually be members of Peace River Canine Search and Rescue, but who are followers or supporters of ours, for which we thank you, and just send out really strong prayers to all those affected negatively or painfully by Hurricane Florence. And she has been downgraded, as you know, to a tropical storm, it's tropical depression, I think, this morning. But in any event, you know, it's starting to abate in terms of the hurricane, but the flooding will be coming for days and days and days because, of course, the rivers take a while to flood. The farther they are away from the original storm, and as the rain begins to accumulate, and it can be some days, and then finally there still is massive flooding. So I know you've heard a lot about it, and you're probably tired of it, but for this week, let us take the ego out of everything in our own lives and send our loving comfort and support and wishes for recovery to all the people involved in Hurricane Florence. And some of you, no doubt, have loved ones who have been or are being affected by Florence. So have a good week. I will see you next Sunday. I hope you enjoyed the view in the background of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and may you have a wonderful week.